Yeah.
Look who his father is.
Hold on, but if that would have been on pay-per-view, you wouldn't have made more money with it on pay-per-view, like with the way everything
We never
was?
got into that conversation. I don't know. I never got into that conversation. The whole really started from me and him having I DM'd him after my fight. What I DM'd him after my fight, the man told his dad, and his dad went on social media airing it out. And I called him about it, and when I called him about it, he on the phone trying to like sway the conversation into something else. Like he not giving me a real, like, you know, like we have to have
like
a real talk.
Yeah.
But it wasn't doing that, so I'm like, all right, fuck him. And then now you calling in while I'm fighting. Y'all remember, I fought my last fight. They saying, oh, Devin Haney called in, or Bill Haney, I don't know which one it was.
Yeah.
Called in and said, oh, we're staying at 135. This, that. Okay, so what up?
Yeah.
What up? What is going, like, at that point, it's like, what up? But now you offering me little crumbs, bro, and then you keep it moving.
When you hit Dev, you hit him on some like, yo, let's fight and figure it out type shit? Like,
nah, when I hit him on some, because I'm be real. I gotta be real, John.
You gotta keep it 100. It's cigar talk. This cigar talk.
I'm gonna keep it real for you. After the fight, after I fought at 130, they was pushing the Devin Haney shit. Oh, Devin, would you fight? I'm like, all right, bet. Fuck it, that's what it is.
Yeah.
By DMs on, I'm telling him, like, so you see how they pushing it, this, that, and that. I'm letting him know, because before that, 2 weeks before that, he and my DMs, we was talking about going on vacation or some shit, like on some friend.
On some cool shit.
Yeah, you feel me? So I DM, I'm like, what the fuck I say to I said, they pushing that, this, that, and the third. That's not me, but I said something about me and him fighting.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the nigga dad goes on live and he's like, oh, it's a publicity stunt. Shakur DMing Devin right now. Like, he trying to, like, expose me on what I said to the nigga. But that's some lame ass shit, because I privately DM'd your ass to have a conversation with you, because we good. We supposed to be good, but I just think that was some cap fool shit. Like, that was some bullshit.
So you feel like after that is what kind of turned it weird? Because y'all was cool.
Right
like,
then and there, it was like, okay.
Y'all both, every interview, it was like, yo, Shakur, I got a lot of respect for him, da-da-da. Same with you, Dev, it was like cool. So that was the moment that you feel like it changed?
Yeah, but then after that, I call him. When I call him, I'm on the phone, like, yo, such and such, I'm trying to talk about this. Yeah. And he's spinning me. Like, he's spinning me, talking in a whole different language. So I'm like, all right, I did. That's what it is. You feel me? That's what it is. Now you calling in after my fight. Okay, it's up. Let's get to it.
Now listen, I like smoke, but
Three things that could never be hitting are the sun, the moon, and the truth. They will eventually come out. As you guys heard, Shakur Stevenson recently did an interview with Najee from Cigar Talk, where Shakur revealed, after he called out Devin Haney to fight for Undisputed, he actually DM'd Devin Haney to apologize for calling him out, where Shakur told Devin, that wasn't me. They forced me to call you out. Then Shakur went off on Bill Haney for calling that move a publicity stunt, calling Devin Haney out publicly, however privately, texting Devin Haney to basically tell him, that wasn't me. I ain't mean to do that. Now, Shakur is entitled to feel however he want to feel. However, what would you call that move? To call someone out to fight publicly, only to turn around privately to text that same exact person to tell them, that wasn't me. I ain't mean to call you out, bro. They forced me to do that, basically. Let me know in the comment section if that's not a publicity stunt. What would you call that? Additionally, here where things get better. Shakur got mad at Bill Haney for airing him out for doing that, even though it was Shakur who forced his hand to do so. Remember, when Shakur called out Devin Haney the first time back then, both Shakur and Devin Haney were two of the most avoided fighters in the sport. They were the boogeyman. Devin Haney was the A-class boogeyman, and Shakur was right there behind him. So naturally, when Shakur called out Devin Haney, everyone in the sport of boxing, all of the fans were knocking on Devin Haney's door, bashing him for not responding to Shakur calling him out. Everyone was telling Devin Haney, you said Tank was avoiding you. We know Lomachenko ducked the fight with you. That's how you won the WBC title. We all know Teofimo Lopez ducked the undisputed fight with you. Ryan was your mandatory and he turned down the fight. So did Gary Russell, so on and so forth. But here is Shakur, another boogeyman just like you, calling you out. Now, what are you gonna do? You said, they say everything but let's fight. Well, Shakur said, let's fight. These are the tsunami comments Devin Haney was receiving after Shakur Stevenson called him out, since he was the only one. Everyone from the fans, the media, and the fighters were all waiting on Devin Haney's response to Shakur calling him out. However, Devin Haney couldn't respond properly since Shakur DM'd him privately talking about, that wasn't me. I'm not really trying to fight you. They trying to force us to fight, or whatever he said. Therefore, Devin Haney couldn't respond properly. However, the public don't know that. So due to what Shakur did, everyone ran with the fake narrative Devin Haney is ducking Shakur Stevenson. That's why we had Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson's brother. He came out going back and forth with Devin Haney on Twitter, calling Devin Haney scared of Shakur. You see, Keyshawn's motive wasn't to try to fight Devin Haney for undisputed, since they are in the same division. Absolutely not. His main motive was to call Devin Haney scared of Shakur and try to force Devin to fight Shakur. All because Shakur called out Devin Haney publicly and Devin Haney didn't respond since Shakur hit him up privately to apologize. Keep in mind, Shakur could have easily told Keyshawn, hey, relax. This is not your battle, and me and Devin Haney are cool. I even texted him after the fight telling him I ain't mean to call you out. They forced me to. Shakur could have easily told Keyshawn that, but he didn't. So in a way, Shakur wanted Keyshawn and the public to believe the fake narrative that was out there of Devin Haney supposedly ducking Shakur. But Devin Haney didn't know that. So Devin kept it solid. That's why he never leaked the text message or the DM. Like Shakur leaked the conversation he had with Bill Haney 5 years ago or 4 years ago. Even though this is way more relevant than that. This would have had destroyed Shakur's character. Nevertheless, Devin Haney told Keyshawn back then, why you keep talking for Shakur? You keep speaking for another man. Like you his promoter or something. Are you trying to fight Mr. 6-0? And Keyshawn let it be known quick. I'm only 6-0. Why are you trying to fight me? When he was the one that was going at Devin. Talking about a whole nother man. Like he's not a fighter. See, it's one thing if Keyshawn was a team member of Shakur Stevenson and he's not a professional fighter going at Devin Haney like that. But when Keyshawn is a silver medalist just like Shakur, then why is he talking like a fan instead of a fighter? If Keyshawn is not talking about fighting himself, then he shouldn't be talking about a whole nother man fighting for him, especially when Keyshawn is the same age as Devin Haney and he fights in the same division. Plus, Keyshawn wanted to fight for Shakur vacant titles at 130 pounds, but he doesn't want to fight Devin Haney for undisputed at 135, which that's what Devin Haney was getting at. Due to all of the above, Bill Haney came out calling Shakur Stevenson call out a publicity stunt because he called out Devin Haney publicly. However, privately, he basically told Devin Haney, I ain't trying to fight right now. They trying to force us to fight though. So Bill Haney told Shakur and Keyshawn, keep it real with the people. At the end of the day, for every action, there's an equal and an opposite reaction. You can't do one thing and expect another. So after putting everything in perspective, that's when Bill, Devin Haney, and Shakur went on live together and agreed to fight next. However, Shakur never contacted Devin Haney's team in order to fight next, despite what Shakur Stevenson said on live. So Devin ended up fighting Lomachenko and Shakur ended up fighting Yoshino. Then after Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, he let it be known he's only willing to stay at 135 for one more fight, either against Shakur or Gervonta. That's when Gervonta went to jail and Shakur was the only fighter available. Shakur was applying a lot of public pressure. He went inside of the ring to call out Devin Haney. He even followed Devin Haney to the club and sent bottles over to Devin Haney's table talking about sign the contract. So Devin Haney gave Shakur exactly what he was asking for. He sent him two offers, a flat fee offer, which Shakur turned down in a heartbeat. Then he sent Shakur another offer that was 75 to 25% split to fight for undisputed, only for Shakur to end up turning down Devin Haney's offer to fight for undisputed after all of that chasing. Shakur did not take his own advice when he told Devin Haney in the club, sign the contract. So after Shakur turned down Devin Haney's offer, that's when Devin Haney moved up to 140 to challenge the WBC champion Regis. Now, this is around the time when all of the contradictions started to come in from Shakur Stevenson. In order to explain why he turned down his biggest legacy fight for undisputed, for his biggest payday. First, Shakur said he wants 50-50. Then he said, belts don't really matter like that. Undisputed doesn't really matter because of all the sectioning fees, even though at 130 pounds, Shakur said his dream was to become undisputed. Then Shakur said the offer wasn't real from Devin Haney. Then he turned around to retract that same comment by stating the offer was real for the 75-25% split. Additionally, Shakur said the reason why he turned down the 75-25% split is because he wanted more money. However, recently, Shakur came out and said, it's not about the money for him. I'm hungry. I don't even care about the money anymore. So if Shakur don't care about the money, why he turned down his biggest legacy fight for undisputed in order to ask for more money? If it ain't about the money, let's keep it real. Let's also continue with the contradictions that I lost count of. Shakur said the 25% was less than what he made his last 3 fights. Then when the interviewer asked Shakur, Devin said the opposite. He said after the pay-per-view that 25% was gonna be your biggest payday, perhaps bigger than all of your last 3 paydays combined. And Shakur responded with, I don't know if that 25% was gonna be more or less. Wait a minute. If you don't know that 25% is gonna be more or less, why you been talking as if it's a fact it's gonna be less? Also, if you want to be safe, ask for a flat fee. That was gonna end up being your highest payday instead of a percentage. A 50-50 percentage. Something that's not reasonable at all, since Shakur doesn't even bring one belt to the table. Devin Haney has everything. Shakur told Gervonta, I don't have anything to offer. Gervonta is the A side. Shakur also said Devin Haney is the A side, where he added, I want the Devin Haney or the Gervonta fight equally. So did Jay Prince. Jay Prince even took it a step further. He even said that Devin Haney and Gervonta are equally popular and their fights are equally significant for Shakur. So why is Shakur willing to do whatever to fight Gervonta, but he's not willing to do whatever to fight Devin Haney for undisputed? Instead, he's asking for something that's not reasonable at all, which is a 50-50 split. You gotta make it make sense. Now, I could continue with all of the contradictions from Shakur, but it's gonna take me all day. That's gonna require another video for another day. Like I always say, the worst weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera. If I was Shakur publicist, I will tell Shakur, stick with one excuse. Stop contradicting yourself every other interview, which is why it's hilarious to me when I see some comments stating that I'm on Devin Haney or Bill Haney payroll, even though these same people have never quoted anything I said that they disagree with. The reason why is because I always report the whole absolute truth unfiltered. That's why they can never nitpick nor contradict anything that I say, because everything that I say is the truth. This is not my opinion. Everything that I say is factually proven. That's why Akhi is undefeated, because the truth is undefeated. You can't play a side-by-side clip of me contradicting myself like Shakur. That's why no one has been able to answer that question in the comment section. More importantly, if I'm on Bill Haney and Devin Haney payroll, shouldn't I be quoting what Team Haney is saying instead of what Shakur Stevenson is saying? Just like this video and every other video, I'm quoting what Shakur Stevenson is saying. I'm playing clips of Shakur Stevenson contradicting himself. So if anything, I'm on Shakur Stevenson payroll, not Devin Haney. I mean, what are you guys gonna tell me this time? I got magical power that's making Shakur contradict himself every interview he does? You gotta make it make sense. Furthermore, when Shakur said Devin Haney ducked him and moved up to 140, now he sounds like Teofimo Lopez and Gary Russell talking. How did Devin Haney duck Shakur when Shakur was the one who turned down his biggest payday to fight Devin Haney for undisputed? It's more like the other way around. The only person that turned down a fight is Shakur. He's the one that called out Devin Haney publicly, only to privately text Devin he didn't mean to. He's the one that told Devin Haney to sign the contract, only for us to find out he refused to take his own advice when Devin Haney sent him an offer. After all, talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. When it came time for Shakur to sign the contract, Shakur refused to sign the contract to fight Devin Haney for undisputed. This is a fact. This is not up for debate. Yeah, Shakur can use the excuse, I wanted more money to fight Devin Haney, just like Frank Martin used that same excuse to fight him. However, Shakur needs to stop doing interviews and say, it's not about the money. I'm hungry. I don't care about the money. Well, if you didn't care about the money, Shakur, why you didn't sign that contract to fight Devin Haney for undisputed? Shakur looking like DJ Khaled over here. Another one, another contradiction. Last but not least, when it came to Shakur calling Devin Haney out publicly, only to retract his statement by privately texting him otherwise, you can't do that in a sport where public pressure is a real thing. That's basically fooling the fans. I don't know what you want to call it. If that's not a publicity stunt, then that's straight cap. You see, what Shakur Stevenson should have said when they asked him to fight Devin Haney back then is respond with however he felt at that time. After all, when they asked him to fight Keyshawn, what Shakur say? Oh, that's my brother. If they ask Shakur to fight Richardson today, he will say the exact same thing. Richardson is my brother. Therefore, if Shakur was that cool with Devin Haney to the point Shakur didn't want to fight Devin Haney at that time, then why would you call him out? Why not keep it a buck like Shakur keeps it a buck with Keyshawn and Richardson? When Shakur was asked about fighting Devin Haney, he could have easily said, me and Devin Haney are the two most avoided fighters in the sport today, and we don't get the credit we deserve. So it doesn't make sense for us to fight right now and eliminate each other when we have all of these other options. There are too many great fighters from other countries. It makes more sense for us to eliminate them. Then when the dust settles, we're gonna fight each other. Right now, the Devin Haney fight is too risky, and we cool. We both young, eventually we're gonna fight. That's why I'm not interested in the Devin Haney fight right now. I want to catch Lomachenko before he gets out of the door. If Shakur kept it a buck, that would have been way better than keeping it a cap. But I guess keeping it a cap sounds way better than keeping it a buck. After all, public perception is everything. That's why Shakur called out Devin Haney publicly, only to privately say otherwise to Devin Haney. See, you can't do stuff like that. You got to keep it real with the people. More importantly, you got to keep it real with yourself. If Canelo can come out and say, I'm not fighting any Mexicans, just to duck Benavidez, someone he's not even cool with, then why can't you say, I'm not fighting Devin Haney right now, we both cool, we like brothers. If the fight is big enough in the future, we gonna fight. Just like me and Keyshawn and Richardson. But to act all badass for public perception, only to turn down the fight when Devin Haney finally sends Shakur an offer, it's not it. Then turn around and call Devin Haney a duck when he's the one that ducked the fight. You see, Shakur was already badass enough. He didn't have to act, he could have kept it a buck. However, doing stuff like that is ruining his own character. Now people are looking at Shakur, instead of being the boogeyman, to now supposedly the cat man. People are not even believing what Shakur is saying when it comes to other fighters that are avoiding him. Since he keeps accusing Devin Haney of avoiding him when he's the one that avoided Devin Haney, if we being real. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah.
Look who his father is.
Hold on, but if that would have been on pay-per-view, you wouldn't have made more money with it on pay-per-view, like with the way everything
We never
was?
got into that conversation. I don't know. I never got into that conversation.